Oh my gosh! Can you believe what I just heard? The music industry is absolutely shaking right now. Jay-Z, yes, the Jay-Z, is reportedly ready to betray his closest ally Diddy to save his own reputation. I'm still in shock. Let me spill all this piping hot tea. A bombshell report just dropped suggesting that Jay-Z might do the unthinkable to protect himself from Diddy's massive legal troubles. These two moguls who once ruled hip-hop together are now seemingly at each other's throats in a desperate battle for survival. What does unthinkable even mean here? Are we talking about Jay-Z testifying against Diddy? Is he planning some kind of media campaign to throw Diddy under the bus? Or is this something so shocking that it could end their decades-long friendship forever? Industry insiders are completely divided. Some are saying Jay would never, while others insist he's absolutely capable of cutting Diddy loose to save himself. All I know is that the stakes have never been higher for either of them. How did these two powerhouses end up here? What exactly are these allegations linking them together? And why is Jay-Z so desperate, and I mean desperate, to distance himself from Diddy right now? Stay right where you are because I'm about to break down this explosive report, analyze Jay-Z's potential strategy, and explore what this means for both their legendary careers. Trust me, by the end of this, you'll understand why this scandal is sending shockwaves through Hollywood and why it could completely shatter everything we thought we knew about Jay-Z and Diddy's relationship.
In the lawsuit against Jay-Z, accusing him and Sean Diddy Combs of raping a 13-year-old girl at a party, a federal judge ruling the woman alleging the attack can remain anonymous. Morgan Norwood has the details. Morgan, good morning.
Whit, good morning. From the moment this case was filed, Jay-Z's legal team fought to get it dismissed, arguing that the woman accusing him must reveal her name. But this morning, a judge ruling she doesn't have to, at least for now. The judge also had some sharp words for its lawyers, calling them out for their aggressive filings and personal attacks and asking them to tone it down. This morning, a legal victory for the woman who is suing Jay-Z for allegedly raping her when she was 13. A federal judge ruling the woman can proceed with the case while remaining anonymous, at least for now. But the judge also chastising the lawyers representing Jay-Z, accusing them of trying to fast-track the judicial process by repeatedly filing motions to reveal the identity of the Jane Doe to have the case dismissed. The judge writing in a 5-page brief that the Carter's lawyers' relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate.
The entertainment world is absolutely reeling from this latest revelation. According to shocking reports, Jay-Z is allegedly prepared to take drastic and completely unthinkable measures to separate himself from Diddy amid the latter's growing legal nightmare. While we don't know exactly what Jay plans to do yet, industry sources are whispering that his number one priority is protecting his legacy at all costs, even if it means completely cutting ties with his longtime friend and business partner. I'm still trying to process this betrayal. Fans are in absolute disbelief, and critics are having a field day speculating about how far Jay might go to shield himself from the fallout. The story exploded across major media outlets, instantly becoming the talk of Hollywood. Some see Jay-Z's moves as cold and calculated, a desperate attempt to salvage his reputation while leaving Diddy to face the music alone. The timing couldn't possibly be worse for either mogul. They're both fighting legal battles that could destroy everything they've built. Jay-Z has always been seen as the ultimate strategic mastermind, but even his most loyal fans are questioning this latest move. Could he really turn on Diddy after all these years? Everyone's wondering what Jay-Z's exact plan is. Will he actually provide damaging testimony against Diddy? Could he use his enormous influence to shift attention away from himself? We don't know all the details yet, but one thing is crystal clear. Whatever Jay decides will be crucial in determining not just his own fate, but Diddy's as well. As more information leaks out, the drama only intensifies, leaving everyone on the edge of their seats wondering how this power struggle will unfold.
Surprised a lot of us and caused a lot of us to give a side eye to the situation. Like, whoa, bro, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean Jay-Z and P. Diddy are not friends? Like, what are we saying here, right? But then some people were quick to point out that, look, that's what Jay-Z's lawyer said. That's not, in fact, what Jay-Z said. So we need to parse his words and take that with a grain of salt. The lawyer just doing whatever he has to do in the best interest of his client to distance him from whatever allegations may be circulating out there. So we did a show about that. So what happened? I was combing through the internet here, and I came across an article from Yahoo News, and it had the following headline. It says, Jay-Z reportedly plans to show zero loyalty to Diddy as he battles scathing lawsuit. And I was like, whoa. So then I started to read what this article had to say here. And folks, you will not even believe what Jay-Z and these guys are planning to do. So this is the article I want to get into. Let's get into this article here. Okay, so let's get into the article. It then says, Jay-Z will show zero loyalty to Sean Diddy Combs amid ongoing allegation battles, according to reports. The rap moguls are facing a lawsuit from a lady identified as Jane Doe, who accuses them of taking turns R-ing her at an after party.
You won't believe what's at the center of Jay-Z's involvement in this nightmare. The allegations against him come from a lawsuit filed by someone identified only as Jane Doe, and they are shocking. This Jane Doe accuses both Jay-Z and Diddy of absolutely horrific misconduct during an after-party following the MTV Video Music Awards. What makes this even more disturbing? Jane Doe claims she was a minor at the time and says she was tricked into attending the event under false pretenses before being victimized by both music moguls. These allegations have cast a massive shadow over Jay-Z's decades-long career and squeaky clean public image. Everything he's built now hangs in the balance.
In the lawsuit against Jay-Z, accusing him and Sean Diddy Combs of raping a 13-year-old girl at a party, a federal judge ruling the woman alleging the attack can remain anonymous. Morgan Norwood has the details. Morgan, good morning.
Whit, good morning. From the moment this case was filed, Jay-Z's legal team fought to get it dismissed, arguing that the woman accusing him must reveal her name. But this morning, a judge ruling she doesn't have to, at least for now. The judge also had some sharp words for its lawyers, calling them out for their aggressive filings and personal attacks and asking them to tone it down.
This morning, a legal victory for the woman who is suing Jay-Z for allegedly raping her when she was 13. A federal judge ruling the woman can proceed with the case while remaining anonymous, at least for now. But the judge also chastising the lawyers representing Jay-Z, accusing them of trying to fast-track the judicial process by repeatedly filing motions to reveal the identity of the Jane Doe to have the case dismissed. The judge writing in a 5-page brief that the Carter's lawyers' relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks.
While Jay-Z is fighting to save his reputation, Diddy's legal troubles are absolutely catastrophic. He's facing a tsunami of accusations including trafficking, coercion, and misconduct charges. The cases against him have exposed the dark, twisted power dynamics lurking beneath the glitzy surface of the entertainment industry. Jay-Z's alleged connection to these scandals has only added fuel to the raging fire of rumors and speculation. The overlapping nature of their legal problems has blurred the lines of who's responsible for what, raising serious questions about their shared history. For years, these two were portrayed as the pillars of hip-hop royalty, collaborating on music, business ventures, and maintaining this image of unwavering mutual respect. But now, that carefully crafted narrative is crumbling before our eyes. Diddy's dramatic fall from grace threatens to drag Jay-Z down with him, and it seems Jay is willing to do anything to prevent that from happening.
This morning, a judge has denied rap mogul Jay-Z's request to identify the rape accuser in a Jane Doe sexual assault lawsuit against him. She alleges she was 13 years old when the rapper and Sean Diddy Combs raped her during a VMA's after party that was in 2000. Lawsuit was filed in October. Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, was added to the complaint on December 8th. Both Carter and Combs have denied the woman's claims, that woman represented by Houston attorney Tony Busby. Judge's ruling now allows the woman to proceed anonymously in the case.
Jay-Z's legal team has gone into overdrive trying to separate him from Diddy and this explosive controversy. His attorneys have released statements insisting that Jay-Z's relationship with Diddy was strictly professional, with absolutely no personal connections that could link him to these horrifying accusations. This narrative portrays Jay-Z as an innocent bystander accidentally caught in the crossfire of Diddy's legal battle. It's clearly a calculated strategy. By minimizing their connection, Jay-Z's team hopes to reduce his liability and completely disconnect him from the bigger scandal. But is anyone actually buying this? Critics are calling out the obvious attempt to rewrite history. How can they claim their relationship was purely professional when we've seen years of public bromance between them? The photos, the videos, the joint appearances, it all tells a completely different story. Will this desperate distancing tactic actually work? Who knows, but it highlights just how high the stakes are. Jay-Z isn't just fighting a legal battle, he's in a frantic race to preserve his brand, his legacy, and his enormous influence in an industry where personal and professional relationships are completely intertwined.
I'm surprised, but then again, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised because these gentlemen did seem close from the outside. Looking in, they looked like they were friendly with one another. There are even videos online of them attending various movie events.
Sources close to Diddy say he is furious about Jay-Z's attempts to distance himself. He reportedly feels completely betrayed and abandoned by someone he considered a loyal friend during this critical time when he needs allies the most. Insiders claim Diddy is absolutely devastated by what he sees as the ultimate backstabbing from his longtime ally. This growing tension between the two raises serious questions about how their relationship will evolve or completely implode as they face these unprecedented challenges. Diddy's concerns aren't just emotional, they're strategic too. If Jay-Z's plan includes cooperating with investigators or testifying against him, it could destroy Diddy's defense. On the flip side, Jay-Z's desperate moves to separate himself might suggest he believes cutting all ties is his only chance for survival in this scandal.
The judge has ruled against hip-hop moguls Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs in the lawsuit accusing them of raping a 13-year-old girl. In the ruling, the judge said the woman alleging the attack can remain anonymous. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the details.
A legal victory for the woman who is suing Jay-Z for allegedly raping her when she was 13. A federal judge ruling the woman can proceed with the case while remaining anonymous, at least for now. But the judge also chastising the lawyers representing Jay-Z, accusing them of trying to fast-track the judicial process by repeatedly filing motions to reveal the identity of the Jane Doe to have the case dismissed. The judge writing in a 5-page brief that the Carter's lawyers' relentless filing of combative motions containing inflammatory language and ad hominem attacks is inappropriate, a waste of judicial resources, and a tactic unlikely to benefit his client. The court will not fast-track the judicial process merely because the counsel demands it. This latest legal twist coming after the recently filed civil lawsuit by Jane Doe, claiming that Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, and P. Diddy, drugged and raped a 13-year-old girl at an after-party after the MTV Music Awards in 2000, while an unnamed celebrity watched. Jay-Z has vehemently denied all the allegations, putting out this statement 2 weeks ago, writing in part, "This is a blackmail attempt." The multi-platinum artist, who was 30 at the time, now a business mogul with decades of hits to his name.
This Jay-Z and Diddy drama has absolutely exploded in the media. Headlines everywhere are framing this as the most dramatic rift between two of hip-hop's biggest icons. Social media has turned into a complete battlefield with heated debates about loyalty, betrayal, and whether self-preservation justifies throwing a friend under the bus. Fans have taken to Twitter and Instagram in droves to voice their passionate opinions. Some are defending Jay-Z, calling his actions necessary survival tactics, while others are absolutely slamming him for what they see as cold-hearted betrayal of a decades-long friendship. Hashtags like Chiyo Jay-Z's Diddy and Chiyo hip-hop scandal have been trending non-stop, keeping this shocking story at the forefront of public conversation. Everyone has an opinion, and no one is holding back.
Woman who says she was raped by Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs when she was just 13 can now proceed in her lawsuit without publicly disclosing her name, at least for the time being. A judge in New York now says the woman can remain anonymous because to substantial interest from the public, and that's the reason here. However, she may need to reveal her identity at a later date to allow defense lawyers to prepare for trial. Meanwhile, Combs, currently in jail awaiting a trial on federal sex trafficking charges, denies the claims. Jay-Z says the accuser is trying to blackmail him.
For years, we all believed Jay-Z and Diddy shared this incredible bond of friendship, collaboration, and mutual respect. From joint tours and music collaborations to those seemingly heartfelt public displays of brotherhood, they were the ultimate hip-hop power duo. But now, everything we thought we knew is being called into question. Recent events have exposed major cracks in their relationship that may have been there all along, hidden beneath carefully crafted public images. Looking back at key moments in their supposed friendship, Diddy attending Jay-Z's wedding, their enthusiastic public endorsements of each other, everything appears different now. Were those genuine moments between friends, or were they just calculated business moves to strengthen their industry positions? As fans and critics revisit their history together, the big questions loom. Was any of it real? Was it all just for show? The authenticity of one of hip-hop's most celebrated friendships is now under serious scrutiny.
First, we want to share with you some brand new developments we are learning in the Sean Diddy Combs investigations and civil lawsuits. We know this is an ongoing case against him, and now we are learning that one of the civil complaints that's been brought against Diddy has been amended. It's been amended. And so you may recall us talking about this case previously, and a case about a 13-year-old allegedly being raped by Diddy, allegedly being assaulted and raped by another male celebrity who was previously not identified. Now, that celebrity has been identified. He's been identified as fellow hip-hop mogul Jay-Z. His name has been revealed. The allegation is that he and Diddy raped a 13-year-old girl at an after party in the year 2000 after the MTV Video Music Awards. Now, Jay-Z is denying these allegations. In a statement he posted to his X account, he denies the allegations and questions why this was done civilly, why this civil lawsuit was filed demanding money, and why a criminal complaint has not been made. He writes, quote, "My lawyer received a blackmail attempt, called a demand letter from a lawyer named..."
For Jay-Z, everything is on the line. As one of music's most celebrated figures who built an empire spanning music, business, and culture, his reputation isn't just his most valuable asset, it's the foundation of his entire world. These allegations threaten to destroy not just his legacy, but his massive business ventures, lucrative endorsements, and high-profile partnerships. Companies and collaborators are already reportedly reconsidering their associations with him as this scandal continues to escalate. Jay-Z's frantic strategy to distance himself from Diddy is clearly a desperate attempt to contain the damage, but will it be enough? Public perception can turn on a dime, and even the hint of wrongdoing can permanently tarnish a reputation. For someone as image-conscious as Jay-Z, who has meticulously built his brand over decades, the potential fallout extends far beyond any courtroom. His entire empire could come crashing down around him.
We've got some breaking news to get to. A civil lawsuit has been filed against Jay-Z, saying the rapper raped a 13-year-old girl back in 2000. The suit alleges that Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, raped the girl after the Video Music Awards alongside Sean Diddy Combs. The victim says she was invited to an after party after being spotted by a limo driver and was then assaulted by both rappers. Jay-Z is calling this a blackmail attempt. He released a statement on social media responding to the lawsuit, and Texas attorney behind the legal action saying in part, "These allegations are so heinous in nature, you have made a terrible error in judgment, thinking that all celebrities are the same. I look forward to showing you just..."
While Jay-Z scrambles to save himself, the implications for Diddy are equally devastating. If Jay-Z's distancing strategy works, it could leave Diddy even more isolated and severely undermine his defense. On the flip side, if Jay-Z makes even one wrong move, it could give Diddy an unexpected opportunity to redirect attention and potentially rebuild his case. It's like watching a high-stakes chess match with careers and legacies on the line. Diddy's reputation has already taken a massive hit from these horrifying allegations. His ability to recover depends not just on his legal strategy, but on how he handles this shifting dynamic with Jay-Z. As one of music's most polarizing figures, Diddy's fate will have ripple effects throughout the entire industry. This ongoing saga highlights just how fragile these powerful alliances really are in the cutthroat entertainment world. Diddy's situation serves as a shocking warning to other powerful figures, a reminder that no one is untouchable and that accountability can come calling when you least expect it.
Allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs, and he often electronically recorded them.
Prosecutors say Combs punched and kicked his victims to try to keep them under control. He'd also, they say, filled them up with drugs like ketamine and ecstasy for long periods of times, even using incriminating records to try to manipulate his victims. Prosecutors say they discovered this wide range of evidence against Combs in several raids. They found things, they say, like AR-15s, narcotics, more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricants.
Sean Diddy Combs is locked up in a federal jail that has been plagued by harsh conditions and violence. The Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn has seen multiple deaths in recent years. An inmate was stabbed to death in July, and several others have died by suicide. It's these reasons, among others, that Combs' lawyers are fighting to get him out of there. They want him released on bail rather than being kept in jail while he awaits trial on sex trafficking charges. Combs is just the latest high-profile defendant to be locked up at MDC Brooklyn. Before him, there were R. Kelly, Elaine Maxwell, and crypto scammer Sam Bankman-Fried. Maxwell complained about her treatment at the facility, which included round-the-clock checks in the wake of her associate Jeffrey Epstein's jail suicide. A few years ago, a week-long power outage in the dead of winter left detainees in drab, cold conditions. Judges have also raised alarms. They've pressed the Bureau of Prisons for status updates and implored the agency to fix things. One judge even refused to send some defendants to the jail. For now, Combs is one of about 1,200 people locked up at MDC Brooklyn. He's the highest profile detainee at a place that's been described as hell.
The road ahead for both Jay-Z and Diddy is filled with uncertainty and potential disaster. For Jay-Z, the focus will likely remain on desperately distancing himself from this scandal while trying to protect what's left of his reputation and legacy. Legal experts predict his next moves might include more carefully crafted public statements, strategic new partnerships, or even, and this would be explosive, providing testimony to clear his name at Diddy's expense.
I'm Hallie, and tonight we are learning in just the last few minutes that a federal judge is now refusing to grant Sean Diddy Combs bail. Instead, he's going straight to jail tonight after Diddy pleaded not guilty to charges of sex trafficking and racketeering. Want to show you some of these brand new court sketches coming into us, like literally in the last 90 seconds. This is Combs in court after prosecutors arrested him at a hotel in Manhattan. It's where he's apparently been living for weeks, according to what a person familiar with the move tells NBC News. All of it a tipping point now in that sprawling federal investigation into the superstar's alleged years of sex crimes dating back to 2009. As we're just getting in some new and deeply disturbing details about the allegations against him and what looks like a massive criminal operation, allegedly. At least 50 victims and witnesses so far. And at the center of it, these hours and days-long sex acts known as, in their words, freak-offs that Combs supposedly orchestrated to abuse his victims.
I said, everybody, come on over to the house.
While it's not a crime to attend a Diddy event, several of the civil lawsuits allege sex crimes occurred during those wild parties.
I've got a lot I can't tell. Can't tell that one either.
The question now could past attendees like Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore, Kelly Osbourne, Justin Bieber, and Usher be potentially questioned by federal investigators.
Oh my God. I lived with Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
There were very curious things taking place.
Anyone who attended one of Diddy's parties dating back decades should be concerned. So Diddy's rich and powerful friends should make sure they have lawyers on standby as the feds may come knocking.
Over the weekend, all of Usher's posts on Twitter mysteriously disappeared, leading some to speculate it was related to Diddy. But the singer says his account was hacked. Saturday, we were with Tiffany Haddish, who played a bouncer in Diddy's 2022 Gotta Move On music video. And of course, he made a cameo in...
Meanwhile, Diddy faces what might be an impossible battle to restore his shattered reputation and fight the serious charges against him. How he responds to Jay-Z's apparent betrayal will be crucial in determining his future. Will he try to repair this fractured relationship, or will the divide between them grow even deeper as these cases move forward? Only time will tell. This isn't just about two music moguls anymore. It's a shocking look at power, loyalty, and accountability in an industry built on carefully crafted images. As fans and observers, all we can do is watch in absolute disbelief as this real-life drama continues to unfold before our eyes.
Like Paris Hilton, Leonardo DiCaprio, Kim Kardashian, and Chris Brown were among those photographed at the white parties, which ran from the years of 1990s to the 2000s. Jennifer Lopez and her management team is said to be on a high alert in case she gets dragged into any of the ongoing criminal investigations against Sean Diddy Combs, who was once, remember, her long-time boyfriend. Insiders have now claimed that the vocalist's team had discussions about whether she should make some public clarifications for being arrested with the rapper back on December 27th of 1999. And as the singer was dating Sean Diddy Combs during those days, she was taken into custody because a gun was found inside his car that they used to escape from the shooting scene. While Jennifer Lopez was let out shortly after, with cops clearing her of any involvement in the criminal activity, her romance partner and his bodyguard, Anthony Wolves-Jones, were charged with this crime.
To get to the latest on Combs, his children speaking out overnight, and another accuser has come forward. Aaron Katersky has been tracking all this for us. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning, Michael. Combs and Sam Bankman-Fried are sharing a dormitory-style unit in protective custody in jail. Strange bedfellows in jail. And now his children this morning are speaking out.
This morning, the children of Sean Diddy Combs are speaking out for the first time since their father's arrest last week. 4 of Combs' 7 children writing on Instagram, "We have seen so many hurtful and false rumors circulating about our parents, Kim Porter and Sean Combs' relationship, as well as about our mom's tragic passing, that we feel the need to speak out. Claims that our mom wrote a book are simply untrue. She did not, and anyone claiming to have a manuscript is misrepresenting themselves." A 60-page unverified book published earlier this month claimed to be the collection of diaries of Porter, who died at the age of 47 in 2018. The children, who don't mention their father's arrest in the statement, go on to write, "Our mother should be remembered for the beautiful, strong, kind, and loving woman she was. Her memory should not be tainted by horrific conspiracy."
OMG, what an absolutely wild journey into the drama exploding between Jay-Z and Diddy. From shocking allegations and high-stakes legal battles to questions of loyalty and betrayal, this saga has all the elements of a Hollywood blockbuster, except it's all happening in real life. We've broken down the jaw-dropping report, explored Jay-Z's alleged strategy to save himself, and examined how this could forever change both moguls' careers and their once unbreakable friendship. But now I'm dying to hear what you think. Is Jay-Z really planning to throw Diddy under the bus to save himself? Or is this just a smart move for self-preservation? And what about Diddy? Do you think his situation is about to get even more complicated? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I can't wait to see what theories you all have about this unfolding drama.
Abby, that video that you just spoke about was a few months ago when our team broke this disturbing video of Diddy violently assaulting his ex-girlfriend, Cassandra Ventura, better known as the singer, her stage name, Cassie. Now, up until this point, when we broke this video, Diddy had denied the allegations against him. Cassie is one of 10 civil suits against Diddy, 9 of which he is accused directly of sexually assault. Up until that video, he denied everything. After that video came out, he changed his tone. He apologized for his conduct in that video. But I have to tell you, Abby, just as of last week, a former member of Danity Kane, which was one of the bands from Making the Band, Diddy's show that was on MTV, she sued him for sexual assault and other disturbing allegations, and he denied that. So he continues the denials, and he still maintains his innocence, even though he has been arrested tonight.
Problem. They continue to say things that do not get them closer to what they want, which is bond. It's led to indictments. And if he can begin to introspect and kind of reverse engineer some of his choices and recognize it is my decisions alone that have led me here. And if I can communicate differently moving forward, maybe the ultimate sentence, even if convicted, could be better, perhaps could lead to bond eventually. But it can be very difficult in segregation, and his lawyers have to stop blaming and excusing and talking about how difficult the experience is, because here's what a judge is going to say. If you were so concerned about what these filthy living conditions would be like in a detention center, if you were so concerned about your safety, you wouldn't have obstructed justice. You would not have, according to the government, created victims over a sustained period of time. Until he changes his message, more problems are going to follow.
And Diddy allegedly has been accused of using different drugs in the past. Even prosecutors have said on the night he was arrested that there was...
If you were as shocked by this story as I was, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single update on this absolutely gripping scandal. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time with even more exclusive, jaw-dropping celebrity gossip. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.